call them skillarty. Chanda Paul, some give it to, some give it to, some give it to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Chanda Paul say, well, I'm on the way, the time cool, I wanna be keeping you
What
warm.
the Hell Rodeo Podcast, episode 2. We're going to welcome our very first guest here. So it's not just me and Cordell yapping the whole time. It's going to be, I'd like to welcome Mr. Garrison Panzer.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
Wouldn't this be episode 1? Because the pilot, like, if it was a Netflix series.
Well, I guess this is episode
But I think
1.
it's technically episode 2 afterwards. The pilot's just called Pilot.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Tell us,
Okay, episode whatever.
All right.
tell us a little bit about yourself. Intro yourself.
Intro myself. Well, I am originally from Southwest Kansas, even though I tell everybody I'm from Texas. And but grew up there from a rodeo family. Dad and granddad were rodeo judges, and I competed in National Low Britches Rodeo and did that for a good portion of life, and then decided, I just wasn't quite cut out for the competition side, so microphone seemed a little bit more my route. And who doesn't love leaving the house knowing you're guaranteed a paycheck versus going to have to work for it? So, I technically work for it, I guess, but don't have to compete for it, I suppose. But so been doing that for about 11 years now, announcing, music directing. Got involved in production, and through a couple years of being at the Lazy E, I built arenas, drove tractor. I think I've done just about every job besides fight bulls, pick up broncs, and drive truck.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think I could live the rest of my life. Maybe not. I have claimed before that I think it'd be cool as if you're horseback announcing to maybe go trip the flank.
That
On a
would be
horse
cool.
while you're
Yeah.
horseback announcing in the middle of a ride. But I'm not cowboy enough to quite get there yet. So, when you only ride a horse 2 or 3 times a year, it's a little tough to build up the courage to go do that.
You have been bucked off announcing.
No. Hold on. I have not ever been bucked off while horseback announcing, and I have all the photo evidence to prove it. Now, I have lost my hat, my papers, my microphone, my in-ears, I all of that stuff, yes, I have lost, but I have never been bucked off.
Do you like paint horses?
I do like a paint horse. My paint horse that I grew up roping with, he's the best announcing horse in the world, and so I have an affinity for him, and then I announced on a gray horse that we owned for a while, and I can't even remember his name. I rode double at the Kansas Pro Rodeo Association finals one year with Bronc Rider, and told him that if he won the round, they'd done away with victory laps in all the events. And I told him if he wins the round, we're just going to do a victory lap. Now, I don't care about the rest of the event. You and I, we'll do it. Just climb aboard. And we made it, headed to the start of where you're going to make the first turn. And that's when old Gray decided he didn't quite like riding double. So he started bucking. That guy jumped off, and so then I had to ride him through it. And that was one of the times that I did lose my papers and mic and hat and in-ears and the whole works.
What was the one like last year?
It wasn't quite last year. I think it was 2 years ago when I was riding a horse of Matt Twitchell's out at California. And
Couldn't ride Matt Twitchell's horse?
well, I know it's a horse that Wayne Brooks rides all the time, and several other guys are, but like pickup horse of the year. I think he ended up second in the AQHA Pickup Man Horse of the Year race last year, and I think the problem is that I got lazy, and so I was kind of sitting on the horse and didn't really have the hat on tight, had papers. Well, I went to go get out of the way, and I think he was just mad that I was being so lazy, that we weren't doing more, that we weren't getting into the action, and we weren't, part of it. So he pitched a fit and decided to go crow hopping out across the arena. And of course, my hat's bouncing and flopping, and I just looked like an idiot and dropped the mic. And I think the best part of all of that was when Statler Wright got off the bucking horse, the real bucking horse, And he goes to walk across the arena, and he looks down, and he's like, why the hell is there a mic on the ground? So he picks it up and looks around and walks over and hands it to me. It's like, thanks, bud. That was mine.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, never been bucked off. So that's my claim to fame.
While announcing. You've never been bucked off ever?
While announcing. Nah, I've been bucked off before.
Yeah.
But never been bucked off while announcing.
I mouthed off one day and said that too. That I have never been bucked off. Yeah, I got shit canned the next day.
Isn't that usually how that works?
Yeah.
Just when you start talking, big game.
Broke my tailbone, screwed up my face. It was my grandpa's horse. My dad said, don't tell Grandpa. The next day, Grandpa shows up at the house and goes, what'd you do to your face? And I was like,
You should see the other guy.
I didn't say that. I said, Dad has something to tell you. And then I walked away.
Yeah, fair enough. Put it on Dad.
I don't think he ever's been back on the horse yet.
Yeah. I think it was that gray horse that I rode double on, got my grandpa down bad, and he broke his pelvis. And throughout my childhood of rodeoing, now here's the thing. I'm going to preface this and say, I know this is a rodeo podcast, but I just talk about cowboys. Like I don't claim to be a real cowboy. Okay. I just dress up and talk about it and love the lifestyle. But through the childhood of rodeoing, we always had a couple horses that were, a little iffy and whatnot. And the best one that I can remember was I had a new heel horse that we were going to use, and I went out there and he tried to jump on top of the back of the steer, tried to mount him in the middle of this run while we were practicing. And I come back, mad, pissed off, telling Dad and Grandpa, this horse is worthless. He's puke. No, there ain't no way. I ain't riding him anymore. Y'all can have him. And they're like, you're just a little pansy. Well, you get your ass back up on the horse. No, I'll show you how it's done. So Dad climbs aboard, and he goes out there. And instead of tracking the steer around the corner, he spits the bit, takes off running, throws his head between his legs, and he comes back after he gets him under control. And Dad's like, yeah, well, maybe we need to find a new horse.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yep.
That's Dad's for you.
Yeah, that's Dad's.
Well, you talked about being behind the microphone, but between behind the microphone, music, I guess some producing. Are you gearing more toward the music director side or the announcer side?
No, I've always wanted to be more of an announcer than I did anything else, because that's what I started out on the this journey of going to announce rodeos. But it's funny that you just don't know what all is available in the world, and then you don't realize how many other jobs you can obtain by being versatile. So a lot of music jobs fell into my lap and came my way and forced me to get into the sound business a little bit more with Garrett and doing some of those jobs. But now, as time's gone on, there's a year, probably 2 years ago, that I had twice as many rodeos music directing as I did announcing. And then now, fast forward 2 years later, and I've got probably 2 to 3 times more rodeos that I'm announcing than I am music directing. Last year, I think I was one of only 2 guys. I think it was me and Jesse Knutson were the only 2, but and don't quote me on that. It's not a fact, but I think we were the only 2 guys that were eligible for the year-end process of putting in for NFR and the of the year categories and whatnot. But we were the only 2 that had enough rodeos as both a music director and an announcer that had worked in both categories. Now, fast forward to 2026, and I won't even have enough rodeos to be circuit finals eligible as a music director. I still do quite a few music gigs, but it's not pro rodeos.
Yeah,
I did a couple PBR events a couple weeks ago. Do the National Junior High Finals, Texas Junior High Finals, the World's Greatest Horseman, Snaffle Bit Futurity, couple things here and there. But I still have quite a few music gigs. It's just they're not pro rodeos, so it doesn't count for that year end. But I am eligible again as an announcer and all that, and I have been reselected. I can say after having signed the contract that I got reselected to announce the First Frontier Circuit Finals.
Well, there you go.
In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So get to go back for my second year.
Heard it here first.
I heard it here first. Yeah, I hadn't even made a public post or anything.
Well, there you go. We're still waiting for the post. To see
you
what
want my
doing.
schedule?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your schedule.
Apparently,
post.
Apparently, as you and Creek have been on to me, I need to put my schedule out there more so people know where I'm at. I think it's only you guys that care, but
well, your mom probably cares.
Well, but my mom has my calendar,
Well,
so
yeah.
I can share my calendar with you.
We don't necessarily care where you're at. We just want to know what job you're doing.
What job I'm doing? Yeah, if it's announcer, music director, production manager, video screen operator.
Yeah, which is new.
What
We're
else?
trying to take our
What else?
jobs or what?
No.
I'm
You
just
guys,
kidding.
you can have it.
Yeah. It's not for everyone.
No. But, okay, so I'm going to segue, not to hijack your podcast or whatever. I don't know what y'all want to talk about, but we're just going to.
We don't know what we're going to
But,
talk
like,
about.
isn't that neat? Like, for people that maybe don't understand or have any idea, but all the different jobs that there are in rodeo, that if
100%.
you started, I mean, it kind of goes in and ties in with what I was saying about, I wasn't the greatest at competition, so I picked up the microphone and knew I could go that route. But with it, finding out that there was more music jobs and gigs that you can go do stuff and make fun and amp up the production, and then that ties into being a production manager and understanding it all. But like video side. So if you're not, I mean, and I'm not out here to tell anybody not to chase their dreams, but if you're not just the world's greatest, if you're not going hard or whatever, but you still want to be in the rodeo world, I mean, you could go be a video screen operator. You could go be I don't know. I mean, find out how you could become a judge, or find out how you could become a music director, or find out, what the world needs more now of than anything is good funny men.
Yeah.
So
Specialty act.
Yeah, specialty act, and go find out how to make something that you'd see at America's Got Talent or Cirque du Soleil or something like that.
Yeah.
Figure out how you can do it in an arena, and I guarantee you'd be a trillionaire.
Well,
being a hot, fresh new act.
Correct. And I grew up high school rodeoing, and my dad amateur rodeoing, but like I couldn't tell you who was announcing the rodeo or running music back then.
Yep.
Look how much it's changed.
Yep. Yeah, and it's funny. I didn't ever realize it, which my grandmother would tell you that I did more than I would let on. But when we were younger, my brother and we'd set up little Lincoln log arenas down in the basement. We'd have those little animals and stuff. Well, I'd build the arena out, make sure we had an announcer stand, buck and shoots. You had to have the alleys just right, this, that. We'd get a little CD player out, and we'd play. PBR had come out with a CD a long time ago now, decade plus, of PBR hits or whatever. But then I had a CD that had the national anthem on it, so I'd put the CD in, we'd play the national anthem, we'd go to buck them, I'd put in the PBR CD, we'd play the songs and do all that stuff. But I didn't realize that I was doing it until it came time to be an announcer. But when you listen to those guys for so many years, I grew up with, and didn't really give it much attention or too much thought, and then I go and like, oh, so that's what they were doing, or oh, that's how that works, or no wonder they did this with the music or that and said that to go here, and but to your point, I mean, even if you aren't listening or paying that close of attention to it,
it's there.
It's still there,
Yeah.
and it's a part of the rodeo that. It'd be awkward without, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, look back in the day when they were playing bands.
Live bands. That's still my goal. I think
play in a live band.
No, my goal.
Can help you out.
My goal is to bring a live band to Lazy E for the timed event championship.
Shut up.
Seriously.
No, shut up.
No, I want to. You heard it here first.
Shut up.
What the hell? Why not? What the hell, rodeo?
I don't know about that. We have a live band in Lake Charles, and they do the pre-show.
Yeah.
It's the high school rock band.
Yeah.
They're not bad, but it's just...
We have the, was it at Douglas? Or, I'm trying to think of what rodeo it was that either still do or did, and I think it was Douglas, Wyoming, the Wyoming State Fair. Every now and then they'll bring in, or maybe it was Belle Fourche the year I went up and video directed. Anyways, they have a marching band type group that comes in, brass instruments, drums, and they'll do songs through the pre-show, and then they leave afterwards, and music director takes it from there. But yeah, I think do your matinee performances Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon with a live band. Be old school, throw it back, and then let Creek go ahead and music direct the rest of the performance, the night performances.
Don't you direct the timed event?
Well, no, I used to, but
oh yeah, never mind.
No,
we're on the same page. Yeah. This year it was Creek. The year before it was Dean.
Yes.
Dean Holion.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
So we're at the Lazy.
Yeah.
And I know you said you weren't much of a rodeo athlete, but there was rumors that you could tie a goat. And we're at the junior high finals. I'm sure we can get a goat. Can we make that happen this week?
You.
I did. When?
I was at dinner with you. I remember this now, but Hagen.
Where were we? At Finn's?
At Finn's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Last
Jessica
week.
and
when
everybody.
me and you had a $500 tab.
Golly.
Thank goodness you saved me.
The American Airlines card.
I didn't want I didn't want that gold Amex to hit for too much, and
I still got to go to college.
yeah, right.
You kind of bailed me out of a hole there because I was all, I'll buy dinner and I got it, and
then everybody started drinking copious amounts of alcohol, and
yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, but there wasn't. This is what I found funny. There wasn't one real screen employee that had a drink in front of them. It was all the rest
of them. So of the 10 people that were there, or 11, whatever it was, the 3 real screen, 4, whatever it was, y'all were well behaved.
She did just keep bringing them though. They didn't really ask. I mean, Garrett had like 4, and
that's correct. Yeah,
because she just kept bringing them back.
Same for me. Yeah, she just kept coming back and throwing them on the table, and I'm not going to tell the lady no. Like that'd be rude. So you got to drink it.
I've been in that situation before.
Tell a woman no.
Yeah.
What women have you told no?
Quite a few.
Okay.
There's been rumors today.
Save us from this. We don't need to segue into this.
Here, look, let me hit my fancy button here.
Bad thing is me and Garrison don't know what he just played.
Yeah.
Played a trombone.
So, are we tying a goat this week? And can we do it sub 10 seconds? 12?
Do I have to start on horseback?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you said you're a horseback. You said you never got bucked off. You said you can ride.
I said I've never been bucked off announcing. The trial run, I bet I could get it around the 15-second range.
How many runs do you think you're going to get?
Yeah, you don't get a trial run. That's fair. But the first one, if you tie it sub 10, doesn't count.
No, it does. If I can tie the first one sub 10, then that's the only one I'm running.
No, we're not. But we're not timing the first one.
If I'm going to get
a
trial run in, then it doesn't count if I can't. And then that second one, probably around the 12-second range.
God, I can't wait to get to the video. We got to do it before Sunday because we leave Monday morning.
Okay. We may air this Sunday too, so we're gonna cut the clip of you tying the goat after you said this.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to find us a horse and a goat.
We could probably find all of
those.
I bet
we can find all that.
Ooh, that air conditioner kicked on. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
Yeah. Huh. Why are you so quiet over there, Hagen?
I was just listening.
Little Rick, what do you want to talk about?
James.
Oh, Hammer.
Do you need anything?
Do you need anything? Are you good?
What's your favorite rodeo you get to do? Like, and it doesn't matter whether you're announcing whatever. What's your favorite one? You go there year after year, and you're like, "Yep, this is my favorite."
Man. So I'm gonna kind of cheat a little bit and give you 3 answers because I'm going to go 3 categories.
Okay.
I'm going to go production, music, and announcing. So production, obviously, and I'm sure you can guess where I'm going with this, but production, obviously, is the Governor's Cup because it's the most badass rodeo on planet Earth. it rivals anything else. And that's all I'm going to say about it, but that's my opinion, and I think it's spectacular. So Sioux Falls for production. Music directing, the most fun I probably have ever had music directing. Well, it was either at the Kansas State College Rodeo when I did that back in the day, because college town's just fun and cool, and they get rowdy, and it's a good time. Or
Kansas
Martin,
State?
Tennessee. Yeah, Kansas State.
Wasn't your
or
brother there
Martin.
too?
Yeah, the years I was music directing, he wasn't in school yet. The year I announced it, he was in school, and we did the rodeo. I think it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday rodeo, and or maybe it was Thursday. Anyways, they had an away game the first night, and so he didn't get to come, obviously. And then the second night, he got to come, and they just had won their game and whatnot. And so it was kind of cool getting to introduce my brother to the crowd and say Kansas State football player. And so music directing, either the college rodeos I've done, Kansas State, Martin, Tennessee, UTM, go Skyhawks, or music directing the Cinch World's Toughest Rodeo in St. Paul or Columbus.
Okay.
Because those stadiums are freaking unbelievable, and we pack them out with about 10,000 people each night, and it's just straight up
atmosphere.
Yeah, fun in the palm of your hands, play things, get the energy crowd. Announcing wise, though, I gotta say, probably the most fun one that I do throughout the year. It's not even a pro rodeo, but the Black Hills Stock Show, Ranch Rodeo, and Bronx for Breakfast.
That's during Rapid City.
Yeah, during
isn't
Rodeo
it?
Rapid City. Yeah. And I don't know. Do I have to pander to everybody? Do I need to be safe and put, like, I love the first Frontier Circuit finals too. It was a lot of fun to announce, but I don't know if how many people
They did just hire you back.
Yeah, but like the Ranch Rodeo, I just don't. It's hard to say what your favorite is. Really, that's what I should have said. But
Yeah.
the Ranch Rodeo though, in Bronx for Breakfast. So they're in Rapid when they do that event on a Wednesday morning. Bronx for Breakfast. They open doors at 7:00. They do the Calcutta, I think 9, and then we're bucking horses at 9:30. But that first year I went, and this was 5 or 6 years ago now. That first year I went, I didn't believe it, didn't know what to expect, had no way of comprehending what they were telling me. Because I'd done ranch rodeos in Southwest Kansas. I'd done ranch rodeos in Colorado and Oklahoma. And I mean, unless it's the big ranch rodeos in Amarillo, Abilene, something like, you don't get anybody to come. I remember and I've got a picture on my phone. There's a ranch rodeo I did in Garden City, Kansas, and I think we had 300 people there.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever. You guys want to hire me to come up here and I'll spend the week there? Fine, all good, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. No, 5,000 people later in that building for the Tuesday night ranch rodeo finals, and then 4,500 people in the next morning for the ranch bronc riding, Bronx for Breakfast. And they open doors at 7. Between 7 and when we start the event, they go through somewhere between 8 to 11 cases of vodka for Bloody Marys. They go through that many before we ever buck the first horse, and then they keep serving them the rest of the day.
Sounds like a golf tournament in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then he just pours them old Bloody Marys.
Heavy hand on everything, and they do get rowdy, and that's kind of the one thing that, it's a cardinal sin to cuss over the microphone or, say anything that's not politically correct or, offensive.
Derogatory.
Derogatory. But there, you can get away with just about anything shy of the F word. I'll say damn and oh shit and but like they're just there for a good time and they want to have fun, and so in a roundabout way I answer your question, but I know I went the long way.
Yeah, I didn't know if you're going to talk about coming in on skis for an opening.
Oh, skijoring. How could we forget skijoring too? Yeah, getting to ski in for the opening.
You lost your hat. We got to get your hat tucked down.
Listen, it was hot that day.
They
and
not make a resist
It
all
was
big enough
hot.
for your head?
Is it not cold?
It's not cold that year. It was hot, and I had that big fur coat on. I was
Is it
maybe-
fake snow?
No, it's real.
Real snow.
It just, I mean,
Yeah, the sun.
and the weather changes.
And you
so
were in
much
that
there.
big fur
The
coat.
big fur coat this year had a gold chain, but yeah. But I didn't lose my hat this year. It was last year that I lost it.
Real Slim
So,
Shady stand up.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Basically, just straight pimping.
Pimping.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen you pimping.
Yeah. What would that look like?
I don't even. It'd probably
That'd be
look
like-
like Shane Simon
Oh yeah.
walking down the hotel with his deal, and he's in a sports jacket, no shirt.
Oh, that would be straight pimping.
Have you ever seen that picture?
Yeah, hold
No.
on. I don't have
Oh,
my
I
phone.
have it.
We'll put it on here.
Okay.
We'll put it
no,
on.
We need to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, Shano? I didn't know he was.
Yeah, I have it. So Cordell had his shirt, so he was going to change, and Cordell had his shirt in his room, but he gets his suit jacket, and he was talking about how he didn't want to have his Mexican boots. But
Hell yeah.
I want to call that straight pimping. I'd call that straight just redneck, because look at his
Yeah.
neck. Looks like he's
We'll
been
put it
bass
on
fishing
here,
for 3
but-
days.
I was gonna say maybe straight pimping is Hagen singing at Old Reds at Garrett Neely's wedding.
Yeah,
night.
that was pretty good.
That was. I mean, yeah.
That poor girl that was actually paid to sing.
Yeah,
She
so-
got less mic time than Hagen.
Hey,
yeah, but she also said she gets paid the same, so she didn't
I was gonna
care.
say that's like me when I have a co-announcer. You're not paying me by the word.
Yeah.
I am happy to sit here and not talk.
The best thing of that night was when Garrett goes, "Damn, the fool got him a chair. He knows I'm not paying him, right?"
I told him I was going to bill it to G Panzer Productions.
Oh, well, you could have that night, and I never would have known. I don't remember anything from that night. So
That was the night of the Mike Tyson fight. I still can't tell
Yeah.
you who won.
not my
like-
type.
Well, it was also lagging really bad.
Well, they also, Joe with Resistol, he likes to say, I've never seen someone get cut off at a bar and then they hand you a bottle of wine and say, "Here, drink this."
Yeah. Can't have any more alcohol, but here's some wine.
Yeah.
Well,
Then the
the
wedding
next
was
night,
the next night. Oof.
next night wasn't any better. I mean, Garrison went like this, playing music, and he just goes,
Well, yeah. At one point, there's a video of me, and I don't know where this came from, and I don't know why, but Rory's son-in-law, Tristan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It started a couple years ago when we were up there for the motorcycle rally, and I don't know. He was being him, and I was being me, and I guess I got mouthy and told him I was going to whoop his ass. And he said, "Well, let's go right now." So we did, and we got into a wrestling match on a gravel parkway. Why we didn't go 10 feet over into the grass, I don't know. But the next day I woke up, my knees, everything was cut. I'd ruined a perfectly good white shirt, beat to hell.
Good know you
And-
know cinch.
Do I?
Good thing you know cinch.
Well, and the bad thing is, it wasn't even a cinch shirt. I don't know what I was doing out in public without
"Well,
a cinch
it's
shirt.
a good thing that it got messed up." Then I mean,
Well, it's an Oklahoma State shirt though, so.
Oh, well.
You know.
even better reason it got
Okay.
messed up. I mean,
So you know, that was the first time, and then we get to Garrett's wedding, and I guess I was like,
You guys wrestled?
let's go again. Then I jumped at him, and I landed on the ground, and he sat on top of me or something, and
When was this?
I don't remember this.
I don't know.
This may have been when you went to take a nap, Cordell.
And ate a whole pack of marshmallows by myself. I wonder why I'm fat.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the amount of beer you drink,
No, or the marshmallows,
or
I
the
guess.
marshmallows probably.
Took my car to go take a nap at the house at 11 p.m.
I did not drive. I was just asleep in the car at the wedding venue
Oh.
until Rick woke me up and said, "Hey,
And then he took
Let's go
my
to the house.
keys back to the house. So then I called him, and he said, "You have my keys?" And he goes, "No, I don't have your keys," and hangs up on me. And I'm like, "What in the world?" So he calls me back probably 30 seconds later and goes, "Your sister's headed over to the wedding venue with your keys."
it happens."
Good times.
Yeah.
The next day was pretty rough, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to give Billy a ride, and she was so drunk that she couldn't blow in her breathalyzer to start her car. She was still drunk from the night before.
At what time? Like 10?
10 or 11, yeah.
I just remember.
I also have a video of Garrison coming out of his trailer at that time, too.
I remember coming out of the trailer, moving slow, bad shape, And when we're all packed up and we're ready to leave, and Garrett's grandma, Mary Lou, comes over and she's telling us all bye, her and Grandpa Dean, and she comes up to me and she hugs me. She's trying to do better. I was like, oh, no, not Grandma Mary Lou saying do better.
Is that why you quit drinking for a while?
No, that was about a year after that, wasn't it?
I think it was the same year.
They
Because
only
then
married
you
this
made it a year,
too
right?
for them. Yeah, that's true.
This is what you slept in that night after the wedding.
Yikes.
Looks a little rough. Need some self-tanner on your legs there. Oof.
Probably need some toner all over me, really. I need to get toned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we couldn't see anything yet except your legs.
Yeah.
That would have been.
That'd been very embarrassing walking out in nothing but your underwear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rough night.
Yeah. So when's your wedding?
No, not anytime soon.
Oh.
But she's going to come to the junior high final.
She's going to listen to this.
Yeah,
She
she's-
commented
I
on
know.
our page.
I was texting her just before we started and told her we're going to do this, and she said, "Well, I wish I was there to listen, but I think I'd get uncomfortable listening to a podcast be recorded." And I said,
Yeah,
well,
that's fair.
Probably.
I'm getting
But-
uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, me too.
Well, it's probably because we're in this hotel room at.
Yeah, it's very.
I took a chair from a whole
It's
different floor and rolled
very
it up here.
very concerning when you walk into another man's room and there's a camera positioned right there facing the bed.
Yeah,
And,
imagine what the house.
it was leftover from the previous night. It wasn't even for this, but
Yeah, the housekeeper was not happy.
Yeah. Nope. Skip the subject. Hit the button.
anyways.
Moving on.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
What the hell are we doing here?
Podcast.
Oh.
What the hell? We don't know.
What the hell, rodeo?
Where are you going next week?
So after junior high nationals, I go to Basin City, Washington,
What are you doing there?
announcing.
There you go. Then next.
So after Basin City's Freedom Rodeo or 4th of July, I'm going to go announce an Extreme Bronx in Douglas, Wyoming with Cade Rogge. And then,
Oh, Roggy.
I get to
I like old Roggy.
get to leave from there and go run video screen in Pretty Prairie, Kansas.
Pretty Prairie. Okay.
And then
Is it
leave.
pretty? Is it pretty?
I've never been to Pretty Prairie. And I'm from Kansas.
Where are you
You'll have to
from,
let us know.
Kansas?
Kearney County.
Lakin, Kern, Kansas?
It's not Kearney.
Kearney.
Kearney, Nebraska. Kearney, County, Kansas.
Kearney, County. That's a tongue twister.
They're saying that 5 times fast.
Uh,
So then Pretty Prairie to Cheyenne for the X Bulls, to Gordon, Nebraska for Sheridan County Fair and Rodeo. And Garrett and I go to
Sydney.
Sydney.
With me.
Go to Sydney with you and do that. And then I can't remember that. The August schedule I get confused, but the August rodeos are Sydney, Faith, South Dakota. Faith. You ever been there?
Oh.
No. Me
Yeah.
neither.
Is that the Bronx?
The bronc riding capital of the world.
No, but is that...
U.S. Open Extreme Broncs.
Oh, okay. That's not the Bronx finals.
No, that's
Wait,
right.
U.S. Open, is it like anybody can enter? Or like, what's the deal?
No. Rory's a big golf guy, so
So you wanted to call it the U.S.
he
Open?
wanted to call it the U.S. Open.
U.S. Open started today.
Most challenging, bronc riding in pro rodeo, and kind of the birthplace of the X Bronx tour, really. I mean, what kind of started along the process. But so do that, and then the Silver Sage Pro Rodeo in Minnesota, Eastern Montana Fair and Rodeo in Miles City, Wyoming State Fair, and then to Central States Fair in Rapid City.
Dang.
So you said Cheyenne X Bulls, and that started last year. So you're the.
Show caller, assistant production manager to Garrett.
So did you help start that at all? Did you have anything to do
No,
with that?
not. I mean, I didn't really do anything. I mean, really, the credit falls solely on Cheyenne Frontier Days and then the Smith crew and having the vision to do everything. But then Garrett and I got to come in and help put some personal touches on it and make sure it flowed. So.
Well, I
They
thought
said it was badass.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, and for the very first time event, and it wins Extreme Bull Event of the Year. The guys loved it, and you couldn't have scripted a better event for who rode. Wasey and Stetson that come down to the wire, and the last bull to ride, and then just the cool setting. Kurt Blake, the pyro guru that we had there, he burnt the cowboy of the state of Wyoming, the bronc rider.
Mm-hmm.
He burnt that in the dirt to where you could see it from the grandstands, and then we did a pyro finale to "The World Needs More Cowboys," and
That's just cool.
it was badass.
Just cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this again, it's one of those things of like, I don't know. I'm a nerd with stuff like this, and it fascinates and amazes me. But I wish more people could see it. They probably don't open it to the public. The turnover from the rodeo to the night shows is unfreaking real.
And I was there last year, and I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it's
stupid.
Quick, it's insane.
For them to build an entire arena with announcer stand decks, the VIP areas, bring that stage in, have the screens wired correctly, routed, sound ought to do all that stuff in the span of a couple hours.
Yeah.
Then to turn around and do the show, get done, pack it all away so they can do the daddy of them all the next morning, and then we're right back to doing it again that day.
It's crazy.
It is the most insane thing you've ever seen. But, yeah.
This year should be pretty good, too.
I think this year will be great.
Will Wasey be back by then?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
I think it'll be between Stetson and John.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Crimber should be there this year.
Should enter and should be there.
If he got qualified.
Yeah, and I don't know how that works. He's in the top.
He's top 10 now.
Top 10 in the world.
I think he was
but
7th
think
last I looked.
I don't know how that works. I don't know how they
Qualify
to Extreme Bulls.
Yeah.
Where the preference gets laid. I don't know.
Too bad we don't have Garrett with his
Garrett's
whiteboard.
Garrett's the nerd.
Nerd.
Yeah.
That's why he got on the big Let's Rodeo podcast, and you got on the What the Hell.
Yeah. I'd take this. This is good.
Yeah.
It's
getting there.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
What an honor to be on episode 2. This is exciting.
Started yesterday.
Yeah, for you guys to have knocked out 2 episodes already.
That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty good.
We're headed to 3 too. I think we're gonna get Chris Rankin on here next.
That will be entertaining.
We need to get our mics right.
Yeah.
You gotta get your mics right. Maybe come prepared with a couple questions. I don't know.
Papaw
will get grouchy very quick.
Yeah.
I know, that's why we want to do it at the beginning.
If you would have listened to episode 1, I said we better get Rankins on here before the junior high finals starts.
Shane told me that today when he called me.
Shane called you?
Yeah, old Shane called me.
So I guess you heard what happened?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. That's not what he called me about, but do tell.
No, just kidding, nothing. What's new and exciting at Sioux Falls this year?
Well, it's up to 1.5 million in payout.
That's good.
I think obviously you're going to see it a lot with basically every rodeo in the country, but America 250 being a huge theme for everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I can't divulge the secrets, but I can tell you that our Americana opening on Friday night will rival anybody else's this year.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. So,
Did Governor Rhodes win?
So Governor Roden, he got in a runoff. So funny enough, an avid listener of your podcast who tuned in today just to listen, she was saying that Jessica Whaler, shout out to Cinch,
Whoa! No shout out.
Don't follow.
Nah, I'm just
we
kidding.
don't do sponsored content on here.
No, with Jessica.
Okay,
cool.
with
No
Jessica, it's cool.
Yeah.
You already talked about Joe and Resistol, so.
Yeah, and I'm not. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyways, but she was talking about it's funny. Governor Roden going in the runoff in South Dakota, and she can't buy any advertisements for the Governor's Cup because the governor's in a campaign right now. So all the media marketing and ad buys are consumed with the governor race. So,
but the primaries are over, right?
The primary's over, but nobody got 35% of the vote, so that goes to a runoff. So just 2 guys go to the runoff date is end of July 21st or something like that. That they've got a campaign for another 2 months through, and do that, and then hopefully after that, because South Dakota is one of those great states that whoever the Republican primary winner is the governor. That the Republican wins. So hopefully, through this process, he'll win this runoff and then be officially elected as governor to his first term. But seeing as how he was...
so he could technically run another term, too.
Well, I don't know. So, funny enough, every state's pretty different when it comes to the gubernatorial race. Fun fact for y'all, if you didn't know that's what it was called. But every state's kind of different, and age requirements and how many terms and how that goes. But I don't know if South Dakota's an 8-year max state, or some states are you can only do 8 consecutive, and then you can come back and run again. Whereas like in the presidency, it's 8. Well, it's not technically 8 max, but 2 terms max. But like some states, you can run 2 consecutive terms, and then you can come back and run again for 2 more consecutive terms, and then take a break, and then come back. But I don't know how South Dakota goes, because I think he had 2 of her terms, 2 of her years. So then he'll get 4 more in this term, and then I don't know how that works. If it's anyways.
But so as far as the race and Governor, is it Roden?
Governor Roden.
Like, how does that pertain to the rodeo?
It just makes things interesting right now with seeing how that's going to pan out and play into everything. The politics, as I've learned through my time in South Dakota, it's very much West River versus East River. The West River ranchers and cattlemen, and the East River farmers and businessmen, and having a governor from West River, that's not the most densely populated portion of the state, but it's kind of what the values are really more based around, I would imagine. So hopefully, him winning over this other guy, keeps the spirit of everything alive, and keeps the interest and intrigue there. I don't think it has anything. I don't know that the election necessarily has anything to do, and I'm not going to speculate on the longevity of the Governor's Cup in South Dakota, or what that will do for it. But it obviously means more when it's Governor Roden that's there, with the family tie to Rory, and coming from the same area in South Dakota, and being a rancher and cattleman himself. So pretty special.
So I guess I don't know if this will be the final question, but what is your ultimate goal? Is it become the announcer of the year? Is it help produce, the NFL? Like what?
Yeah, I don't know which way I could get to the NFR faster. And I'm not looking for the fast and easy route. I just don't know which way could be the first way to get there. Not sure if the music directing side of it is. It's very hard to consider yourself a contending music director when you don't even have enough pro rodeos to be circuit finals eligible, let alone eligible to apply for the NFR a year in. So kind of hard to add that into the conversation. But announcing wise, I'd love to say I picked up the microphone once there and get to do those performances. I think I've got a long ways to go in my career compared to some other guys, as far as being refined and well tuned and being polished enough for it. But it's a process and got to work for it. But I also think that through some of the production jobs that I've been very fortunate to be a part of and have been given, that there's a chance that maybe that's the route I take, and see if I can't help produce the NFR one day and be on the team there and be involved. And I can't remember where the rodeo was. It might have been at Dodge City actually, and your dad was talking to me, Rick. Well, Hagen's dad, not your dad, Cordell.
Yeah.
Rick was talking to me, and he said something to me, and there was somebody else standing there, and he was trying to paint the picture to this person of like how much the NFR means to rodeo people, and said something about like, if I found the right person and told them, hey, I need you to come to Las Vegas to the NFR, and all you're going to do is stand there and grab the judge's sheet, bring it to the announcer stand, and then you go back and stand in your position. And he said, I guarantee you there are people on this planet that would do it for free, no matter the job, because it was being a part of the NFR. And he was trying to explain it to, I think, one of the camera ops or somebody there at Dodge one year, and it might not have even been at Dodge. But, to that same sentiment, obviously I would rather get paid. But I don't care if it's just pushing the button for turning the lights on or off, or getting to go pour kerosene or camping fuel out there for the pyro, or working the back pen. I mean, anything, like obviously helping run production, being on a mic, music, stuff like that would be the ultimate goal. But just to say that you got to help be a part of the NFR one year, like that'd be neat, and that's what I'm working towards.
If that helps you build, building the relationships with the people there, and it's more than just. Even if you said all you do is opening the gate, it's so much more than just opening the gate.
Yeah, I mean, I started out, helping build arenas here at the Lazy during COVID years and whatnot, and from there, Dan was kind enough to give me a job as running the time event championship and kind of overseeing all of that, and through some of the rodeos and stuff that I've done, and have taken it on to be production manager for the IFR and World's Toughest Rodeo and Governor's Cup. But yeah, I mean, any relationship you can cultivate, anything that you can do, you never know who you're going to come across and how much of an impact they could have on your career.
Rick's famous saying, be nice to the parking people because they can be your boss.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And also too, like, and along those lines, like I've learned along the ways, I mean, nothing will aggravate you more than when you show up to a rodeo and somebody's like, "Where's your credential? Where's the credential? Why don't you have it? Show me your credential. Why? So you can't go." And like it'll make you mad, and you'll just be ready to fight and be like, "Don't you know who I am? Well, I've got a job to do, whatever." But at the same time, I've seen it on the flip side from when I'm helping set up security lists and when we have our security meetings at those buildings, and so I've been on that side of. They're doing the job they were told.
Yeah.
They're not out to get you. They're not doing anything. Like, they're just doing what they were told to do. So don't be a dick. Just treat them with respect and be nice and understand that that's just what they were told to do. They don't know you. They don't have any idea. They see a million faces a day. And so, and along those lines, like the guy that you run into while you're setting up the screen or setting up sound or working on your day sheets before a performance, and a guy comes over and catches you outside your trailer or inside the arena or something like that, you might not have the most time in the world to talk to him, but you don't have to tell him to buzz off and
some of them
get
can
away.
Be a little excessive.
I mean, there's
the
some
lady that pushed me out in the rain.
you gotta navigate differently, but I mean, those guys, they could be the deciding vote on you getting a job or not.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%. What big production deal is going to be in Sioux Falls this year? You've had lights, you've had lasers.
Are we gonna ever have LED boards on the bucking chutes?
Well, we're working on a compromise there. So Justin claims it's his idea. I think it was my idea first, but anyways,
Justin
Rumford, the other podcast radio.
Rump
Chat.
Yeah. You guys have said 2 other podcasts on here now.
Yeah, we better get some tags.
You gotta quit. You gotta quit advertising the competition.
No, he just said another rodeo podcast. I said Rum Chat.
No, I said Rum Chat too. I think.
Yeah. Anyways,
now we fit it again.
I think we all 3 did.
I think Hambone owes me some money.
So we were talking about it on that episode, and he said it was his idea. I claimed it's mine. But anyways, it's actually a lot more challenging than I anticipated it being. I think the material's out there. I think they have the technology that could do it. The tough part about it, And until I win the lottery and can just blow money on stupid things, because I'd hate to ask somebody else to do it, and it not even work out. But like in reality, what I think somebody would have to do, in all seriousness, is you'd have to buy a set of 3 preferts, 2 or 3. You'd probably get by with 2, but buy a set of 3 chutes and do it to where you're burying them in the dirt. So not just set on top of the ground, but the bury in the dirt. And then you'd have to take those to the company that builds these LED panels and make them input the screens, wire, and do all that. Because, I mean, you're talking about trenching wire through the pipes and, making sure the connections are solid and being able to withstand the bangs of it all. Plus, as we discovered, with one set of panels that Jessica and Cinch and Rory and them allowed me to pursue and us find and get, like when we got them out, it would have been just the size of the chute sign, but it was heavy.
Yeah.
And so now you're adding that weight to
Now
the
you gotta
chute
throw
gate,
it.
and now you got to throw it. So
And you can't let them slam.
And you can't let them slam. So there's a lot of roadblocks to work out. The technology's there, and I think it's very possible. And I before I die, I'm going to get a live band back to the Lazy for the time event, and I'm going to get LED screens on bucking chutes. But we've got a compromise that Jessica actually had come up with, and we're going to work on that and potentially do that at this year's rodeo. So,
couldn't tell us what it was. Or?
No, can't tell you what it is.
Well, then you may not buy a ticket to the Governor's Cup. I think
Exactly.
I may try and come this year.
Hey, so you guys need some advertisement. What are the dates?
What are the dates? We plugged one in the last.
We had 40, as of right now, we had 44 listeners.
No, wait, we got more than that.
So that's 44 people that could come to the Governor's Cup.
The Governor's Cup in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at the Denny Sanford Premier Center is September 25th, 26th, and 27th.
At least 63 people.
Yeah, that's 63 more advertisements that she did not have.
That is 63 people. That,
Well, she's one of them.
Well,
that
62.
There are 62 people that had nothing better to do with their life.
Yeah. Now they're going to listen to this one and go, man, first one was funny. Now they got this guy.
Now they're trying to be serious, and this
Yeah.
idiot. Yeah.
So now you got to tell us a funny story before you leave. Hopefully one that we don't have to cut out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't put me on the spot like that. Nothing that's family friendly, at least. I don't know.
Well, doesn't have to be
have I ever told you the story of going to the wrong hotel?
No.
Not that I know.
So
Please.
this is the story I'll leave you with. So in my escapades in my life, so I'd gone up and had been working at extreme bull riding in Buffalo, Wyoming. It's now called the Lee Martinez Memorial Extreme Bulls, but been going up there. I started as music director, announced it a couple times with Garrett, went back to music directing, and then ended up as the announcer. And but through the time there, we stayed kind of at one hotel the entire time. Well, one year I get there, and the lady that's running it all said, "Yeah, we're actually at a new hotel this year, and it's just down the road." And that's all I heard, just down the road. Well, so we hang video screen, we get sound hung, and we decide to stick around and have us a few cocktails and tell old re-ride stories and do all the things. But anyway, it's time to leave, so I load up and drive, and she said just down the road. So I was like, oh, yeah, the one just down the road from the arena right here. That's easy. So I go, walk in, park the truck, get out. She'd already given me my key. I had that, prior.
Your hotel key?
Yeah, so she checks in for everybody. So she gives me the key before, that day. So I go in, walk up to the door, and, it's like these, in, most hotels, the door on the outside, you either got to scan a key to get in, but I was like, oh, sometimes these older ones, they don't always work. So I go up, pull on the door, opens right up. Cool. Upstairs I go to my room, and I go right there, and I see the cleaning ladies across the hall in a room. I thought, man, it's kind of late to be cleaning rooms, but whatever. And I look at my room, and, she just got done cleaning my room. I mean, crazy coincidence, but awesome. So I just go in my room that was still open with the little door latch, and I jump into my shorts, get in bed, and I'm about half asleep, and I hear a knock on the door. Housekeeping? I said, no, I'm good. I'm good. A little bit of time goes by. knock on the door. Sir, this is housekeeping. I'm good. I just trying to sleep. About 15, 20 minutes goes by. I hear some pounding on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Sir, how did you get in here? And so I jump up and I run to the door and I open it, and there's this manager for the hotel. He says, how'd you get in this room? I say, it's my room. The door's open. It's my hotel room. What's the problem? I'm trying to sleep. Like, I've got a long day ahead of me. What is going on right now? And he said, well, nobody's supposed to be in this room. I said, the hell we aren't. My hotel is. So I go to my pants, grab the key out of the pants, take it back over to him. He looks at it. He looks at me. He looks at it. He looks at me. Yeah, this is for a different hotel. I never had to swipe my key to get into the room. So I just assumed down the road meant down the road from the arena. She meant down the road from the previous hotel we stayed at. And so I looked at it, and sure shit, right there on the key, Super 8. And I was not at a Super 8. So I loaded up.
That guy was probably freaking out.
Yeah, correct. Well, so was I with the door getting pounded on through the middle of the
In
night.
your underwear opening up to the manager.
Yeah. I had shorts on, but.
Yeah, sure you did.
Yeah, sure.
We can tell this story however we want. What the hell?
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
No.
So I attempted to sleep the night in the wrong hotel.
Well, that happens, I guess. You can say it has happened.
It has happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the cops weren't called. So.
Yeah, that was probably my next question: is how fast did you get out of there?
Very quickly. Actually, the guy was very nice. He said, "Well, why don't you just stay here tonight since you're already here, and then you sort it out tomorrow." I was like, "No, if I don't go tonight,
charge you double."
I was like, "No, I better go. If I don't go tonight, they'll shut my room down or whatever." No, that's okay. I'll go. And he says, "No, sir, really, it's okay." Really, dude, I'm just gonna leave. I can't be here right now.
It's awkward now.
Yeah.
So you were a bum.
I was a bum. Yeah.
Once upon a time.
I was a
you
squatter.
were a squatter.
I was a squatter. Squatter's rights.
Yeah, I don't think they could kick you out, could they?
If the door was open and I didn't break in.
I mean, the door was open to this hotel room and you just walked in.
Yeah, with the camera pointing at the bed.
Yeah, guys, we gotta stop talking about that. My mom said she didn't want to hear about it.
Sorry, Mom.
Well, Garrison, thank you.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
We'll have to do it again.
It'll make a good debut, not pilot episode.
Okay, perfect.
Hey.
Well,
Hagen won't be in Sydney, but we could just hook we could hook your mixer board into this.
yeah.
And we could do Brad, Garrett, Matt.
Yes.
I can Zoom
And
call
we can
in.
Zoom call him.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's plan on doing a reunion episode.
Stay
with
tuned.
me.
8 people in Sydney, Montana.
And there'll be a busload of us in Sydney, Montana.
There will be a ton of us.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
That'll be a good time. Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Thanks, Garrison.
Thanks, boys.
Well, thank you for coming.
That's all, folks.